Welcome back to PJ Sports Talk. To be on the show, call toll-free 1-866-826-1340 or 727-441-3000. Once again, here's PJ in downtown Dillon.
Big deal, Dylan, actually.
Big deal, Dillon, actually.
Well, we are back on BJ Sports Talk, and we are going to be talking about the Tuscaloosa game. Alabama versus LSU. First of all, I want to get back to the Eagles thing. We said that we were going to be talking about that. Here we go. I think that the Eagles are going to win because they just are now got it together and are trying to outscore every team. Now, LSU and Alabama. By the way, folks, go to our Facebook fan page and Twitter account. Also, and we're going to talk about Alabama and LSU. Great matchup. And what are your thoughts on that one?
I think Alabama's going to win the game today.
I think that Alabama is going to win today too. Although they're both 8-0, 8-0. So, but also Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide, LSU's number 1 and number 2. Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide are undefeated on revenge games, which that means that every game that they lost, every team that they lost to, Alabama has come back the next year and beat them. For example, Florida beat them one time, and then Alabama came back and bit them in the butt in 2009. So, what about the physical game?
I think it's going to be a very physical game. So, old school game. I want to know your thoughts on that.
Well, I think that it's going to be hard-nosed tackle football. Plain old football. Just get out there and hurt them. Give some pain to someone. Which smash mouth football. Play for keeps. Everything. So, I think it's just really going to be a tough game for LSU and Alabama. I also think that the national champs, or the people that the team that wins this game, will be the national champs.
Roll Tide, baby, roll.
And so, yeah, I think Trent Richardson is going to carry this team. One factor, Trent Richardson. That's the only way that they can beat them. If they run Trent Richardson, they will be able to beat them. That's the key for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And LSU Tigers, even though they have a fast defense, I mean fast, they could probably win 40-yard dash in 4.5 seconds. Their defensive end probably could do that. And go Bama, because I want them to win. I don't think that LSU will be able to go. I don't think LSU will be able to go and play or bring it enough to beat Alabama.
Go Bama.
And also that Alabama, they have a defense that likes to pressure. And the coach for the LSU Tigers, Les Miles, I believe his name is, and some people say, how can you control this team with all the injuries, suspensions, everything? He says that we have to keep it simple. We have to keep it simple in order to win games. That's all I do. As long as you keep it simple, we'll win. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
I think that keeping it simple is all you need. As long as you have heart and believe that you can play, you can beat them. But I think Alabama is going to come with more A game, and they're going to come with omelets in their belly, fire in their belly, and, well, I think that they're just going to play smash mouth football, old school football, hard-nosed football, all those things that we already said. And Alabama, they just have great wide receivers in it, and it's going to be a quarterback and quarterback. It's going to be a great matchup, and the quarterbacks for both teams are really good. And any more thoughts?
Nope.
All I can say, one thing. Alabama. And Veterans Day is coming up 11/11/11. We're going to go to Legoland, and it's going to be a fun time. And hug a veteran, please. It's going to be a fun time for veterans and everybody. And you can talk. And your dad is a veteran, right?
Yeah, he is. He was in the Air Force.
And it's just amazing how people sacrifice their lives and they say, well, I want to defend my country and I want to be a savior almost. Because without our army, we have the best army in the world. And also, I want to talk about NHL. We have Dave Anderchuk on the line.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How is it like winning the Stanley Cup in the year that you did?
It was awesome, really it was. It was a great year. I mean, for us as a team, it just all came together. We really played well at the end of the year. And, for myself personally, I waited 22 years to get there, so it made it even better for me and my family. It was quite a day for everybody.
Dave, I have a couple questions for you. Which team did you enjoy playing for the most?
Well, for me, I grew up in Hamilton, Ontario, just outside of Toronto. So the team that I watched when I was a kid, every Saturday night was the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I got to play for them for 4 years, which was kind of cool for my family and for myself putting on a Leaf jersey. But when I look at my days with the Lightning, obviously winning the Stanley Cup and having a lot of fun here in Tampa Bay, I'd have to say that Tampa was the place that I enjoyed playing the most.
How does it feel being on the other side of the glass?
It's different. At times it's hard, especially around playoff time. But I played a long time, so I'm kind of enjoying myself being a fan now. Obviously that game that we had last night was awesome to watch, and but I've enjoyed working with the team, and but like I said, I played a long time, so it is fun now to just.
How did you feel about the 5-4 win last night against the Blackhawks?
Yeah, that was great. The Chicago Blackhawks are a very good team. They were I think they had only lost 2 games all year, so it was a great win for our team. I think it's a win that those guys will look back on and say that they had beaten them, and look at other games that they play, knowing that they can come back on teams. They were down 2-0, and they stormed back and ended up tying the game and winning it in overtime. So it was exciting for the fans. It was a lot of good players on the ice, a lot of great plays. So it's one of those games that if you were a fan, you were watching on TV or in the building, it was exciting. It was really exciting.
Did you have any reactions to Steven Stamkos' hat trick?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we haven't seen a hat trick in Tampa in a long time. So, Steven is a great player. He's a really good player. He's got all the tools. He's a good skater. He obviously has got a great shot. He works very hard. To me, he's just a complete player. So it was kind of fun for our fans to throw hats on the ice, and I know Steven was excited that not only did he get the hat trick, but, they ended up winning in overtime.
And we are talking with Dave Anderchuk, and I'm here with Big Deal Dylan. My mom saw you at the cigar event this week, and she said that you mentioned your most slow-motion memory.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's, it was a great event. I'm very proud to be inducted into the Florida Sports Hall of Fame, and, And for me, I talked about what it was like winning the Stanley Cup, and the moment that the cup was handed to me, it was pretty special. You watch it as a kid, and you see other guys doing it, and then you didn't know how you were going to react. But for me, it was just a surreal moment. I remember, looking up in the stands and seeing my kids and my family up there celebrating it. It was pretty special.
And what was your most, what is the player that you admired and tried to go?
Well, there was a few, yeah, for sure. I mean, we all have idols that we watch. There was a few guys, one guy by the name of Daryl Sittler. He played on the Maple Leafs. I watched him as a kid. I actually got to meet him when I became a Leaf. So, there's certain guys that you kind of follow, I guess your favorite teams, and he was definitely the guy that, he was a centerman. I was a centerman at the time, and he was scoring goals, and so it was neat to watch him as a kid, but it was also pretty neat to meet him in person when I became a Leaf.
I have a question for you. Since they're changing the newspaper, the St. Petersburg Times, to the Tampa Bay Times, does that mean they're changing the Forum to the Tampa Bay Times?
Yep, it'll be called the Tampa Bay Times Forum as of January 1st. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, with the new naming rights. We knew this was coming for a little while, but, we got a lot of signs we got to change, and it's going to be fun. They're back on for another 10 years, which is pretty neat for our organization. Obviously, it's a great company, and we're proud to be associated with them. So, yeah, we're definitely changing everything over as of January 1st.
Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page for Dylan Pishoyan and
PJ at PJ Sports Talk.
Thanks, Dave.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, thanks, guys.
Go
Good
Bolts!
Luck. Go Bolts!
All right.
And we are going to go to a quick commercial break here. This is PJ Sports Talk. I'm here with Big Deal Dylan, and wow. Thanks for calling in, Dave.